Hello and welcome to Castle Story. I'm Twisted Logic. I'm going to be playing a invasion mode here. There is multiplayer. I played a couple of games of multiplayer, but right now I'm going to play single player invasion. And which one of these? I think Invictus right here. This is the little map right here. It's map, mode invasion, normal. I could switch this to sandbox, or there's also conquest mode. If you've never seen Castle Story before, it's a pretty fun game. It is a little similar to Dwarf Fortress, however it's 3D. And mainly focuses on squad combat and building. There is physics in this game, so whatever you build can be destroyed. And we're jumping into it now, we're entering the world. You need a decent graphics card to play this game. I don't know the minimum requirements or not. I was playing on, my wife was playing on her MacBook, and it was freezing out, so she had to jump onto my laptop to play. Still entering the world here, okay. The timer already started, even though I didn't say I'm ready yet. These are my Bricktrons over here. Let's see here. I don't really tell them exactly what to do, but I just add tasks. So I'm gonna add a task to harvest some trees right here. And expand that out a little bit. Accept it. And I will also go to the structure menu here, and chopping block, right click to rotate the structure, and I'm just going to build like 2 of them there and there, enter. And let me just take a look at the map a little bit. So this right here, I'm going to be digging out. And then the only other way to access this area of the map is going to be here. And I think there's another one over here. Yeah, so there's 3 entryways to the map right now. To my area of the map. But I need to build some stockpiles. I'm going to build them like here. 4, 8, and then I'll build a couple over here as well. Just click and hold and drag. When the stockpiles are full, they can't walk through them. So you don't want to build like a mess of stockpiles, like a giant block, like in Dwarf Fortress. You want to kind of just build like maybe 2 rows of them. And then if I was going to build 2 more rows, I would, oops. I accidentally misplaced that, so hold down Control and click. I would leave a space, I would leave a gap like that. So this over here, I want to kind of address. I got 13 minutes before the first wave comes. The first wave is going to be a little, less powerful. It's going to be pretty weak, actually. But I'm going to build a tunnel here. I'm just going to dig a tunnel like that and turn off resource gathering on the tunnel. So that way they just kind of dig it. I'll leave it at normal priority. But I also need to go collect some plants here. Harvest plants here because we need to make some cloth and rope. And then build maybe 2 weapon racks. So the chopping blocks here, they're going to gather the logs, bring them to the chopping blocks, chop them into planks, bring them to the stockpile. Looks like they're also bringing the logs to the stockpile, which is fine. Okay, we got a weapon rack made. I'm gonna build a loom. You know what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna move this plant gathering task. I'm just gonna click it and move it right over here. And then I'll build the loom a little closer. Maybe right Yeah, I think closer to this wall. I don't know. It doesn't have to be against the wall. I'll build a loom over here. 2 of them. And then workbenches. 2 workbenches right on the other side of the loom. And I need a furnace as well, but I need stones. So the enemies can destroy the blocks that you make, and also natural blocks in the game. I'm gonna collect, do a harvesting task for boulders right now, right here. And just expand that out a little bit. As soon as I can grab it. There we go. And I'll turn the priority up 1 on there. Now, is anybody doing this yet? Okay, so somebody came over here and dug a little bit of it. The orange is like a block, and then the white area is just open space. So I'm just going to turn the priority up on this a little bit. And he's got 16 plants in his bag there, but since he's not collecting resources, that's fine that he has the bag. We got 3 of the Bricktrons are coming over. Yeah, these guys are called Bricktrons. The last update for this game was 2018. It's a pretty fun game, and I've been trying to get my wife to play Dwarf Fortress, and this game's sort of similar to it. But she thinks that the Bricktrons are cute, so... They have different faces now. That was I think the last update that came out for this game was that the Bricktrons got different faces. At 9 minutes for the first wave, and I need to get some uniforms built. So I'm going to go to the loom here and just tell this loom to make cloth, and then I can hit this to repeat the task. And this one right here, rope, and then repeat the task. That's going to require the plants here. So this crystal right here is the heart of our base, and the Corruptrons, which are the kind of NPC enemies, are going to come and try to destroy my crystal here. And the crystal also gives energy with some of the constructions, like I can build these wards. Pylon ward here kind of just moves energy around. It expands the circle of it. So outside the circle, the pylon ward extends that. A lantern ward is exactly what it sounds like. It's a lantern. There is day-night cycles in this game, so at nighttime it's very hard to see, and that's intentional. So Sentinel ward shoots at enemies. Healing ward heals your Bricktrons, and then the capture ward here is for if there's other crystals on the map. In this mode, the only crystal on the map is mine, is this one. But in multiplayer, there's multiple crystals, and in capture mode, there's multiple crystals. So, as they gather this boulder, they make like a little box of stones, and when that gets filled up, we get these blocks, which can then be placed. If I go to the build menu here and select bricks, I can maybe start building the wall over here. Right click to rotate the stone, and then just hold down and go right across there. This isn't going to be a very long series. If I misplaced a stone here, I can hold down Control and click it. I'm not going to play forever on this map, just kind of showing you the game. And so that way, when next time I play, I don't have to explain as much. So now this tunnel is complete, so I'm going to just delete it here, and I'm going to dig a new tunnel. I'm going to try to do some experimental things in this game here as well. So I was gonna start a figure out a good map to do a test fortress on, so I could start out some tests with what the game can do and everything like that. The tunnel here, I'm gonna pull this out a little bit. Now, there we go. And turn off harvesting on this tunnel, turn the priority up a little bit, and hit go. Okay, so now we got some rope and cloth coming through. Here's the stockpile of rope, here's stockpile of cloth. Now on this workshop here, I'm going to select the archer kit, and that's going to require 2 planks, 1 rope, and 1 fabric per kit. So click that, twice on this one, and then twice on this one. And so 1 archery kit is the bow, the quiver, and the hat. And as those items are completed, they're going to bring it over to the weapon rack here. And it looks like Pippo is ready to go here. So on my spawn Bricktron button, I'm just going to click that. Now Pippo's here to work. Now I can tell them to do certain things, like I can... he automatically went and took that task, but... once he drops it off here, I'm going to tell him to move over here, and then I can just right-click on that workshop and tell him to, it'll take him a second, and then he'll start working in that workshop. I normally don't do that. I normally just do automatic and set tests with priority here. Looks like a couple of them placed some of the blocks here. Four minutes to the first wave, and I really only need like maybe like one or two archery kits, and then I'll be fine for the first wave because it's pretty weak. But I'm gonna build some blocks as well around this crystal. Something like that. I was doing tests where I was like building it right up against the crystal like this, without leaving any air gaps, and that was pretty good. And I built like a big cube around the crystal and everything like that. But once the Corruptrons kind of get in there, it becomes a pain to rebuild that structure if they start breaking through. And then when one of your Bricktrons dies, they spawn from the crystal too. So if you have an air gap in there, it's going to spawn in the air gap, and then you have to kind of break through the wall to get to them. Okay, so it looks like we have 2 archery kits, which is great. I think they're making 2 more scheduled, and so that should be fine for the first wave in 2 minutes. I want to take a look at this tunnel here. So I'm going to delete these right here. And then on this section of tunnel here, I don't have an option to pull it out to the left in this view, but I can pull it out to the right. Now the thing is, that's because of this here. So if I delete that, then I can pull out, I should be able to pull out this. Or can I? Yeah, there we go. So same task, just altered a little bit and enter, or check mark. If you enjoyed this video, hit the thumbs up. Let me know what you think in the comments, and subscribe for more videos. Let's see what we got going down here. These guys are running over to the tunnel, so they have to run around to get over here. And they have a vision around them, or vision radius around them. So there's a little bit of a fog of war here as well. So I'm still trying to figure out the Corruptron AI in this game, and because if they try to find the easiest way into your crystal from wherever they are, and they will, if they think that this is the easiest way, they'll start just punching through this wall and digging a tunnel up, and they'll come up somewhere over here, or I don't know if they would dig straight up or diagonally. But initially, this is going to slow them down from this way, and they're not going to dig here. So I'm just going to delete this tunnel here, and then start a new tunnel task down a little bit, yeah, like there. Pull that out this way, and that way. And I'll see, yeah, pull that this way as well. And turn off the resource gathering, priority up a little bit. Now, 26 seconds, so I'm going to hit over in the bottom right-hand corner here of the screen, I'm going to press call to arms. You go over it so you can see what happens when I press that as well. So it's going to tell them all to go to the weapon racks and then arm up. And now it's kind of like these two. I'll see if I get a third one. Yeah, so I have 3 ranged. So I only had 3 complete kits. I'm missing the hat out of the 4th kit. So now these guys kind of move like squad commands. And I'm just going to station them somewhere over here. There's no food or anything in this game, no food or drink. So that's one less thing you have to worry about. I can't really send them on patrol. I can only really move them to locations. If I right-click and hold it down, shoot at, move attack, hold fire, turn towards, move to, and jump off. So I think I can move them over here, and then click down here, hold it, and jump off. And yeah, there they go. I don't think they took any damage from that. Wait. Yeah, this guy here, Molly did. It looks like the Corruptrons here are punching my crystal, and the crystal has some health here. My archers are coming over right now. First wave is pretty easy, so I'm not too worried about it. Here they come now. Just gonna move them over here. And maybe I'll tell this guy to move over this way a little bit. And there's different, there's 4 different types here of Corruptrons. I don't know what they're called off the top of my head. These are like the, those are kind of the standard ones, the small guys. These are like kind of like big brutes, and then these guys right here are, I think have a ranged attack. I think two of these guys have a ranged attack. I don't really know the official names of anything though. So back to work right here. They'll put their weapons on the weapon rack, and they'll go back to doing their normal tasks. Oops. Pressed the hotkey on the keyboard by accident there for hold arms. So back to work, guys. There's brimstone right here, which I want to start harvesting. And it's sort of like sulfur, or like fuel. It also glows, so if it's dark, it'll produce some light. And then I'm also going to build a furnace here. And I'm just going to build one furnace, and I'll put it like right here. A little closer, maybe here. And then a forge as well, right next to the furnace. And a new task to collect iron, harvest iron right here. And that's pretty much everything that you can harvest in the game. Plants here for cloth, wood, stone, iron, and brimstone. Excuse me, need some water here. Okay, so they're harvesting the brimstone there, and I just coughed, and it's pretty loud, so I might edit that out. This task for the tunnel is completed in that way that it was designated, so I'm going to get rid of these completed areas out of the designation and then pull out the center here if I can grab it. Sometimes you have to move the camera or like pull out the side and then destroy it, and then you can pull out the center. Let's see. I want to be able to access the top here, the top of this, so I'm going to build a stair. And so I have left spiral stairs, right spiral stairs, and then also like a stair brick. We're going to use the right stair spiral. Zoom in over here, and just click there. Right click to rotate it a couple times, and then just keep going all the way up. You can build some pretty cool stuff in this game too. Okay, so that's like that, and then I can hit accept. And if you're doing multiplayer and stuff, you know, you can build cool fortifications, and then you can even get up to building some catapults. I don't have the I need like cogs and stuff, so I need to like smelt in the furnace here. I need to create some iron ingots, so I'm gonna click a couple of those into the queue. There's also glass as well, but right now I'm just making some iron ingots. And the forge here is going to require 5 iron. That's the only thing that's waiting for. I think there was also like some wood involved. But in the forge I can make like cogs, and that's what's one of the requirements to building the catapult, as well as you'll build some explosion barrels as well. So the explosion barrels can be shot from the catapult, and then also I believe that you can place the explosion barrels and then set them off in some way. I haven't played this in a pretty long time. I was playing it at night when I couldn't record Dwarf Fortress for a couple nights when I didn't have any editing work to do. I want to say that the most of the location that I want to fight the Corruptrons, I think that might be over here. I think last time I played this map, I was defending this area and it didn't go very well because they started punching through this right here. And they punched all the way up into the trees here, and then they punched all the way up again into over here. Like through the landmass there. So I think that this time I'm gonna try to oh yeah, those are, so there's 2 different build jobs here. This build job here, they're blue, and this build job here is these bricks aren't part of that. So what's in this build job? Oh, the stairs, okay. So I'm going to turn the priority of this up a little bit, and same with this one. Just kind of 2 priority. But it looks like everybody's gathering iron right now, which also is fine. So I got a lot of brimstone. All the brimstone's harvested. I can delete that job. Oh, this is the build job. Let's see here. Gonna need plants as well for other uniforms and ropes and stuff. I can build like a rope bridge if I wanted. Right there. Actually, that looks like a pretty fine place to build a rope bridge. I'll be able to access this brimstone here. This looks complete, so I'm just going to delete it and not worry about that anymore. Yeah, so this area here is a little harder to... It's a little hard to block off this area if I was going to dig a tunnel through. So maybe I will dig the tunnel over here again. Let's see. Next wave in 20 seconds, so I'm going to call the arms. And I have a spawn here. Another Bricktron. What's that, Leo? So I got 4 ranged units. And I'm just going to let those guys work because I can't really do anything else with them. So I'm going to tell them to make an archer's kit. Now this is the workshop here. Just the regular workbench is where you can build halberd kit, which I'll build 1 or 2 of those. The archer's kit and also the lantern board. There's another workshop, the altar. And I'll build 1 of the altars as well right here. I'll build it over a little bit. Right there. And the altar is where I can build the rest of the wards here. There's also doors, bear trap, statues, and pictures here. And then all these different blocks, and then also wood. Where are these guys at? Oh, over here. Fighting Leo, I gotta get him out of there. So at close range, they're punching it. At further range, they're gonna be using their bow. Okay, you gotta get out of there. Okay, back to work. So it looks like the forge is complete, and I'm gonna queue up, now I can queue up some cogs here, that's used in the machine shop for making crossbows, but also... Is somebody still getting attacked? Yes. Okay. Oh, okay. Pippo here, I'm gonna just click on there, and now he's got a halberd kit. So he's gonna be melee. Back to work. But in the forge here, I'm gonna queue up 2 knight kits. They have a shield, a sword, and a helmet. Nothing to do, so I have some idlers now. So they ran out of stone here, is what happened. I have these stone blocks and stone stairs queued up, but they have no stone because I was harvesting the boulder. So instead what I'll do is this shovel right here is for a quarry, and I'll just select a quarry to be built like right here and make it a little bit bigger. Something like that. And maybe move it. See if I can query the see if I can make this query as kind of like a, to get rid of this ramp so they can't cross over as easy. And then right here, rotate staircase. And that looks pretty good, so now they're gonna, the staircase is gonna be here and they're gonna go that way. And then I can even, if I come out here, so I'm looking at this three-dimensionally now, grab the bottom of it and pull it down as well. And now if I come out this way, you can see that this is just kind of like a floating island. So this one actually is pretty big. But I'm using WASD to move the camera as well as holding the center mouse wheel. And I'm just gonna accept this right here. As I float back over slowly. So I'm gonna be doing some test fortress in this game. I'm gonna figure out which map is gonna be the best for the test fortress. I don't think it's this one, but now they're starting to dig out the area of the quarry that I designated. Test fortress is going to test some different things out. There's not too much to test in this game, but it is pretty fun. Okay. Yeah, see, now it's starting to get dark a little bit. I'm going to queue up a lantern. Maybe 2 of them. It's going to require 5 brimstone and 1 iron ingot per. So I'll just queue up 2 of those lanterns at that shop. And it looks like I'm out of iron. So back to the forge and then queue up a couple. And the iron ingot's going to require 2 brimstone and 10 raw iron. And you know what I'll do is let me see where I can build this lantern. Okay, so stone, one of these columns here I'm gonna pick. This one looks alright. And I'll put that like here, click and hold, and then move the mouse up. I'm gonna just do 2 high there. And then the lantern ward right on top of that. It's in range. And then accept. So with the building here, if I were to select this brick here and tell them to build that and build the next one, they could build those 3 high like that. If I tell them to build a 4th one there, they can't reach it unless they stand on top of something. Oh, you see them going up the stairs there? This guy's carrying one of the bricks as well to place it over here. You don't have to worry too much about build order. That's kind of built into the game, since you do end up building some, or you can build large things in this game. They're a little complex, so you don't have to worry too much about the build order. However, this limitation you should be aware of. And then what happens is, well, I'll just wait for them to build that, and then I'll show you. So that's one of the lanterns there. you can see now that the brimstone is kind of glowing. And he just built the lantern and it glows as he carries it. 1 minute 30 until the next... Oh, okay, so they put it in the stockpile there. Oh, because the pillar's not completed yet. Okay, great. I could start to see a little bit better now. They can jump 1 block high, so they can go from the ground here and jump onto that block, but 2 blocks high they can't jump. And then if I have one of the Bricktrons here, he's not going to be able to get down here if there wasn't stairs here, unless I manually told him to jump off. And now if I go to my blocks menu here, and then hold down Control, and maybe click this bottom one, just like that, they're going to come along and break that block. If that was like an error, but they already placed it. And what's going to happen is these ones are going to fall. And I think I'm going to get the stone back from this one. Yeah, so now these ones are also, they fell, but they are also not attached to anything anymore. So they would, I think the Bricktrons are going to come and put that back on a stockpile. I'm going to call to arms now. And I'm going to click it a couple more times, because I know I have more uniforms than that. They drop everything on the ground here, which is fine because... Oh, he just made a sword, so maybe... Okay, that's just 1 sword. So he's still working. These guys here are... Oh, they're coming up this way, so I'm gonna... Oh yeah, see, they glow at night, too. Now they're throwing rocks at us. Get back to work. This energy builds up over time, and then you can spawn another Bricktrons. It's 15 total. Okay, these guys didn't go back to work. Back to work. You know what happened was, archery took over this weapon rack, and this weapon rack here is taken over by the knight costume. So I'm going to need to build another weapon rack, because you can't really mix-match the uniforms on the weapon racks. So I'll build that over here a little bit. I did notice a bug that I'll cover in a later video with weapon racks. Because this is more of a kind of quick introductory video. And it's pretty fun. You can also do multiplayer, like I mentioned earlier. So you can face off across the internet, or there's also, I believe, co-op mode for. I don't know if it's co-op invasion or conquest. I'm not really sure. I haven't played this game in. Other than, like, the other week when I was playing after Dwarf Fortress, I just kind of jumped in and kind of poking around in here a little bit. Other than that, I haven't played in, like, a year or two. Great, so they're now collecting the plants up on the top level here. And I can move this little It's like a little bubble of area of what to collect. And then if I wanted to, this is collecting plants right now, but I can just click on this and it'll turn on the tree collection. Or if this circle had like iron or stone in it, I could turn that on as well. And now it's like a harvest multiple option. But I'm just going to leave this one as plants here. And now that it's dark out, when you come out here, you see that it's like really dark. You can barely see out there. The Bricktrons will glow. Let me just get a small squad. These 4 Bricktrons right here. Two archers, a knight, and a halberd unit. And I'm just gonna send them out this way. To the darkness. So they do glow a little bit themselves. So you can see, you can still see them in the dark, and you can kind of see around them in the dark. Just gonna move them away from the location. Check out this iron deposit over here. The knight moves a little bit slower than the archer. I didn't race them yet, and I really don't know what the multiplayer meta is for this either. I don't know like which the best. I think it's crossbows, a mixture of like crossbows and maybe the knights. I'm not sure. There's also a couple other units that you can build. Magicians and artificers. That was really just to see that you could see in the dark as they move around the map. And I'm just going to tell them to go back to work now. Looks like I'm out of empty stockpiles as well. This is empty stockpile of 0 of them. 40 stone, 40 wood planks, 354 brimstone, 5 spools of rope, 8 rolls of cloth, and 250 iron. So I have no plants, and no empty stockpiles, so I need to build some more of those. You don't want to build just crazy stockpiles in this game. You kind of want to keep things... Oh, that was a mistake. So hold down control and then click. And now this block here is red because I can't ever build that. And on these chopping blocks that I made at the beginning of the game, I'm just going to clear that. So it's not a... So looping is now toggled off on this one. And I'm gonna have to harvest a little bit more trees. So when they have stuff in their bag here, and you tell them to call to arms, and they go over to the weapon rack, they just anything they're carrying, they just throw on the ground. So there's a cleanup task here. It's this broom right here, and if I do a cleanup task right here and turn the priority up, they'll pick up these stones and the logs and everything, and they'll go put them in stockpiles. Now my stockpiles are empty again. It's alright. I usually move the cleanup task over by the weapon racks here, and then pull it out a little bit. But this is Castle Story. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed that video. Subscribe for more videos. There'll be more on Castle Story later on.